Hi, so in this video, we went to two Ford dealerships and we saw two Ford Mustang GTDs also being delivered at the same time we were there, which is very cool. And we saw the first Spirit of America GTD delivered, which was very cool.
Very cool. And also to add on to that, we also saw one of the higher ups in Ford explaining how all the details and how the Ford GTD works, which is very cool. So that's why this video is so long. It's probably our longest video we've done, and hopefully we can make more videos like this. So hopefully you guys can keep getting clicking that subscribe button and getting more viewers. So enjoy the video, and thanks for clicking and watching.
Thank you.
Actually,
that's the story. Yeah,
nuts.
and they're a different shape as well. So that option, from a driver's perspective, I love that option. The paddle is actually a little bit bigger in the surface area, and it's got a tactile feel to it. So it's a nice option. And then you also can see the tire series too.
I know.
super sticky. Brought all the gravel. Oh, yeah. Holy cow. That really did grab gravel.
The car, right?
Right.
Some of the motor, some of the inside, some of the exterior. So
I'm just interested in the engineering behind it, because
Yeah.
obviously we have Mustangs and we've had the GT. So the transaxle idea, where'd that come from? 50-50 weight distribution, right?
For sure.
But why'd they go with the 8-speed versus the 7-speed?
Well, I think they wanted a unit. I think, so it's got they wanted something that's reliable and something that's a known quantity and that's gonna work well with the package. And so, and this is the tip of the spear for Mustang, right? From a performance perspective, and the goal was to, we got a GT3 race car, and we wanted to do a super cool, street car that could tackle the Nürburgring, because that's a huge deal,
That's
right?
a huge deal,
and be the first American manufacturer to break the 7-minute barrier, right?
Yeah.
So, and there are a bunch of ingredients that went into making that happen. The transaxle being a part of that story, the aero package on the car being a part of that as well, and then just the suspension performance that we get from the Multimatic.
Right.
And so this car, when we asked the engineer, hey, the first thing that came out of the engineers, the guys that did the team that did the driving, both internationally and domestically, it was the energy and the excitement. They were like, when you get into the corner, this thing is spectacular. The entries, from on the brakes to rolling off the brakes to getting the car to the apex, they were just like, this is awesome.
So it's fairly user friendly to be able to do that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love it. It is very user friendly. They are blown away by that entry, that corner entry performance of the car. And then when you do it right and you get to the apex, then you've got 815 horsepower to get you off the corner. And like you said, I think you nailed it. I think user friendliness is one of the key phrases for this car. It's really, really good.
Makes a dumb driver good.
Now, so from the front, basically, it's making a car, the GT3 race car, come to life on the street. And I think they did a beautiful job on the front. And when you look at the car from the front, it looks super intimidating.
Well, it almost looks like to me, like when we even first saw it, but when you look at the way the fenders go out, almost like the Raptor car, it makes me think of a bulldog, short and squatty.
And just thinking again, we talked about GT, the sleekness and the raw beauty of the GT, and then you've got the contrast of this car, just the aggressive
it's just raw
nature. Such a cool.
I would say GT was so much more elegance behind the curves and the swoops, and this is just all performance. It is performance aggressive, and I love that.
Yeah, and the front, we've got, so the front is basically massive radiator cooling capability.
Can we open the hood?
Yeah,
take a peek inside?
Before I want to point out a couple, because I want to point out a couple of aero features, because they all work together. So starting with, this is a performance pack car, so it has a little bit larger front splitter. And you could literally stand on this thing. It's that good. You see the very cool chevroning, carbon fiber chevroning there. That's a nice little touch. It continues up on the carbon series.
You see how they did the weave one way and then the weave the other way.
Yeah. So the job, it kind of starts a little bit here, because this does a nice job of directing air either under the car or in and over the car, and a little bit larger on the performance pack cars. That's coupled with the super cool dive planes. These are obviously only performance package cars get these. Again, to kind of increase downforce pressure in the front. You couple that with these little guys here on the hood, and these little flicks don't look like they're much, but actually these were born literally at the Nürburgring.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So Dirk was driving, and he was like, "I want more pressure. I need more. We want the front end to bite a little bit more, and this and that." And they actually ended up developing these on the spot, with kind of gaff tape and what they had, and these were worth 2 seconds at the Nürburgring.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and you've got them as well.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was kind of a cool development from there. And these vents here, obviously.
I was gonna say, because this in Vegas was not there.
Yeah,
this was not there.
That's right.
And I was like, this does not make sense. Where did those come from?
Yeah, they were
huge.
They help with the cooling a lot, probably.
Yep, airflow and cooling. And actually, for when you guys do go out on track, the recommendation is that these come off. So when we pop the hood, I'll show you. These are meant to be removable if you go to the track, because we want to, again, facilitate airflow and keep things moving like they should. You got the body color, painted body color stripe down the center. It's a nice touch. And then before we pop the hood, because the other thing that's kind of working in unison with all of this that we see, there's a bunch of stuff that we saw under the car when we were offloading it with the tire flicks and everything. But these fender vents are, I don't want to get too far away from the front, but as part of this conversation, we do need to mention the fender vents, because these are, and in my opinion, like one of the coolest shots of the cars.
Oh, absolutely.
Is this.
Just from there. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And obviously taken right from the GT3 race car.
Right.
But because we don't have to, we don't have a rule book necessarily for the street. We do have, some rules that we have to abide by on the street. But, the GT3 cutouts on the fenders are a certain size because of the rule book. We have kind of free reign.
Right.
So we can do what we wanted kind of here. And so these are massive compared to what we have on the race car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are much, much bigger. They look much better. And these are worth about 200 pounds of downforce on each side. So about 400 pounds of downforce is on the fender vents. And we could think about it. When your tire's spinning, it's creating, obviously, turbulence, but it's also creating upward pressure. And so the trend in the last few years has been, whether it's the endurance cars, or GT cars, is to start opening these vents up so that we can release that pressure.
Ooh.
So we make more downforce than the GT3 RS. Super cool.
Super cool. That's
yeah. So yeah, it's all it's all working together. The other thing, and I'll start to bring in the rear wing into this, because it does, again, with performance package, you have active DRS, right? We have the DRS working in the back. So the way the package sits now is considered your max downforce wing, full downforce in the back. We have the underbelly the way it is. Now, when you're driving and that DRS opens, and it will open automatically depending on the drive mode and what you guys are doing with the throttle and the steering, etc. When that rear wing opens, we essentially take pressure off the back of the car, right? We make it more efficient in the back. We've lightened the back up. So what we do in the front to counter that, to balance the chassis, is we deploy these little flaps, these little carbon flaps hydraulically that open up and actually create turbulence and disrupt the airflow under the front of the car. So we depressurize the front to match the back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That works pretty well.
Yeah, it's worth the delta between, at max velocity, the delta between max and full DRS is 10 mile an hour.
Oh, wow.
So 202 miles an hour versus 192 miles an hour.
That helps a ton.
So it's it's right. It's these little. It's
That's
these
just a little. I mean,
yeah, it's like this. You know, we made a little spring change at the ring as well. You know, again, we're looking for more grip, looking for that lap time, and actually that was feedback from Dirk. Was like, hey, let's up the spring rate a little bit in the front. You know,
needs a little bit more down pressure, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so a lot of little cool things like that. Latest carbon ceramic matrix rotors. This is an evolution of what we had on GT. They're a little bit more durable, a little bit better feel. There's no, you guys just jump in and hammer them. There's nothing needed to break in or anything like that. Big 6-piston Brembo caliper, titanium lugs. With the performance package, you get the tie lugs. I'll walk you through a moly, dry moly coating that we'll do, and anytime these come off, we'll do a little dry moly coating on them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this can't go just any tire shop.
So yeah, let's take these. Let's pop the hood. So yeah, first thing I would do, because you've got the hood pins, the hood latches on the exterior, and then there's an inside latch.
Oh, just like GT or Mustang.
Yep. So I would release these first. There you go, and then we can come in here and we'll
didn't have that until the KR kit got on it. Yeah. That hood's light.
Yeah.
That hood was light.
full carbon.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So this is look at
Oh yeah.
it's beautiful.
They did a fantastic job wrapping that carbon fiber.
Yeah. And you can see the 4 mil. These are 4 mil Allens, and these are designed to, like I said, when you guys go to Miller, off they come. And then right away you can magnesium shock tower brace. We have, and this is very similar. So this is a very similar package to GT500.
Okay.
So we have put we put a bigger cam in it. We've got the smaller pulley in the on the supercharger. It's the same supercharger, and obviously we coupled that with a dry sump oiling system. And the transaxle, which are huge. We do have this is a unique GTD air intake system. So we not only draw air from in here, but there's also a little cutout, in the carbon up here, so help draw in a little bit more air. And you've got these, these are kind of a nice visual touch. These aluminum cans.
Yeah. Those catch cans.
Yeah, we've got for the supercharger and then for the water. For the water.
Yeah.
Yep. And you notice the chassis is black, so this is going to be something that all GTDs are going to have, this black, because this is basically, body in white. So the bodies come from Flat Rock, Michigan. They get shipped to Multimatic, and then from there they do all their magic. But they all come with this black finish. They will not, the engine bay structure will not match the bodywork. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, dry sump is a 15-quart dry sump system. That's
not the same as GT500.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is GTD, and again, because of the G's that we're pulling, the forces that we've got in this car versus GT500. Yeah, we need that was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
the
you
dry
have
sump
to.
system.
Yeah.
And what's neat about it is you're like, okay, where's the oil can? Because remember GT, you've got that super cool looking oil can right behind the motor. So it's like, hey, where's the oil can? And actually for this car, what we did is on the back of the motor, we have what kind of looks like a bell housing, but it's got a big hole through it to kind of let the drive shaft go through it, because we've got two drive shafts. We have one in the front, and we've got the carbon fiber one in the back. And that what looks like to be a bell housing is actually, it is a bell housing. It supports the rear of the motor bolted to the chassis, but inside that bell housing is where we keep the oil.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a structural. It serves a couple
That's where that
dipstick goes.
Yeah.
dipstick goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when you check the oil, because it is dry sump, you do need to let the car warm up. So, and more than just 5 minutes, like let it get up to, water temp, normal water temp, 170, 180-ish sort of water temp. So let it warm up for a little bit. And then basically the amount of running that we did outside would be sufficient.
Okay.
Let it warm up and then shut it down. 30 seconds after shutdown is when we would pull the dipstick and check the oil. So
Where do you add oil? Oh, right there.
yeah, right on that side.
Is it very difficult to change then? Oil?
There is a procedure, and depending on how much you guys want to do.
Probably have the dealer do it.
Okay. These guys do it.
Yeah. But I think because we will send you, just so you have it. I'll make a note and have the team include the oil changing procedure just so you guys have it and know it. It's standard 550 Motorcraft. It's not an exotic oil that we're. We started on GT. We started with more of an exotic oil and
It's synthetic, isn't it?
yeah,
Full synthetic?
I think so.
yeah. So battery. You were asking about a
Tender.
Yeah. So the recommendation is it is a lithium-ion battery and it's in the back. But we would recommend that a lithium-ion tender.
We have them.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now the connection.
It doesn't come with one?
No,
Oh, the GT did, huh?
it did. Yeah, it came with a C-Tech. The gravity. So you can use a C-Tech if you have an extra one, or you can use a anti-gravity. As long as it's lithium-ion compatible, that's all that matters. Yeah. So the traditional Mustang, the battery sits right here behind here.
Yeah.
We have it in the back, but this is where you could either, if the, and I'll kind of introduce the conversation of if the car is not responsive after sitting for a little bit and you come out and the car won't start or you can't get into it. There's going to be a couple of ways that you can revive that battery. The second easiest way to revive the battery is basically putting a jump box to this area.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid to do that if that comes to that. If you need to.
Does that just pull off right
Yeah, just you can pull that guy off and.
Is that like a pull tab right there?
Yeah, I think it's down. It's right there.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So you can just undo that, and then negative here.
So you can probably just hook right to that piece right there.
Yeah.
You can hook a tender right to that piece, yeah?
Well, this is where if you were to jump it, if for a tender, I would remove that, and then hook the tender eyelet to this one.
Oh, right. If you're going to do
Oh,
one thing,
yeah. A lot of our tenders have the alligator clamps on them. But
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to kind of semi-permanently do it, you would just remove this bolt.
Right.
And not
just
have to
plug it in.
Yeah, and then just keep do
the same thing on the. I don't know if you could run it over there.
You can, you can. This is threaded. You can just remove. You can remove this because this is actually threaded. You can remove that and then put the eyelet through there and then zip tie it to secure it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. These guys are always a little bit tricky to get back in. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Nothing to it. The second way, while we're talking about battery, not the same one, but the easiest way, and this is something that we did not have before, the car comes with 2 remotes in the glove box.
2 keys?
They are remotes to wake the battery up. They're separate. They are separate remotes from your key fobs. And they are these guys right here. And these just have a button on them. I won't open them, but so you guys can. But these have a button on them. So if again you come out and the car is not responsive for whatever reason, the first thing I would do is I would keep one in the car. You can keep one in the glove box, and I would keep the second one with the spare key. In the baggie with the spare key. So if the car doesn't respond, you can basically press and hold the button for a few seconds, and it should send a signal back here, and it'll wake the battery from its sleep mode.
Oh, okay.
That's the easiest. That's step number 1. If this doesn't work, then we're going to do that. We're going to go to the front, and we're going to hook up a little jump box to wake up the car that way, and that should take care of it.
And if that doesn't work,
I was like, do you have to ever replace the battery?
maybe eventually, and I'll show you. But so in there, I'm gonna leave them in there.
Yeah.
Along with, if I forget, you've got these that you probably don't need to open ever. You're gonna receive a link from your concierge with the owner's guide.
Okay.
So you have it on your computer screen, and you don't have to open this, and you don't have to sit in the car. But you can, you can toggle through the screens and have your owner guides on the sync screen as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the funnel for fuel and any fuel stabilizer you may or may not want to use.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You guys recommend fuel stabilizer
The car's going to sit for a while.
through the winter?
Yeah, maybe not a bad
What
idea.
fuel stabilizer do you like?
I don't have a favorite, honestly. Do you guys use any?
If we do, we like Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Yeah. So in the front, that's basically it, I think. Before we open the back tech deck.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago. Wow.
That's crazy. Years ago.
Yeah, that's basically it here. If you have any other questions.
Same injectors as GT500?
Mm-hmm, I think they are.
Okay.
Exactly.
Ethanol free fuel? There's 10% allowed.
Let me find out. I would just use like your high octane, but I don't know.
Well, our other
91, fine.
Yeah, 91, 93.
93 probably.
I still know. There's not very many places around here that do that.
93, yeah.
How easy is it to get ethanol free for you guys?
Some gas stations have it, some gas stations don't.
Yeah.
There's a few around here.
What octane can you get that in?
Usually
91 only. But,
You okay?
I mean, we can always order fuel, but that's just a pain, right? So
Yeah.
just wondering. I think down at Miller or at UMC, they have fuel stations with E85. I think they have 91. I think they have VP 110. And I think they have.
As long as it's unleaded, the run, you can run 100 if you want, or what that. But as long as it's unleaded, obviously.
Right.
All right.
I'll
see you this afternoon.
All right.
And go get some lunch.
Yeah. You're gonna be there around 3, right?
Yeah.
Be there at 3, whatever.
Perfect.
We'll be
I
there.
think I got enough time to make it down there.
It maybe. You know, you might have to get going if you're gonna walk.
Now the one, so this motor is pretty strung out compared to Raptor R and
It's strung out.
Yeah, we've got more horsepower, we have a smaller pulley, we've got more running, a little bit more RPM than what we did. And so because of the nature of how tuned the motor is and the fact that we have a transaxle and that the drive shaft is now spinning at the same
At 8,000 RPM.
yeah, it's spinning even at idle, like the drive shaft is spinning at the same speed as the motor.
Mm-hmm.
But at 8,000 RPM or at idle, we don't have that insulation that we did with having a transmission bolted on the back of the engine and the clutch between the engine and the drive shaft. Now it's back there. You probably will hear, and because it varies from car to car, you will hear essentially like a little bit of a noise essentially at the back of the car where the drive shaft meets the transmission.
Okay.
And what's going on there, and it's like, oh my God, if you don't know what it is, you're like, oh geez, what's going on?
Yeah.
But what it is there is in the RPM at idle, and it only happens when you're at a stop sign or a stoplight and you're in gear. What's happening is that there is a slow burn event, which is essentially the engine, because of its state of tune, there's a slight acceleration and deacceleration at idle, and that acceleration and deacceleration and that drive shaft is accelerating and deaccelerating. It's serving as a tuning fork all the way to the back, and you're going to hear a little bit of that through that drive shaft, a little bit of noise.
That's good to know.
Good to know.
'Cause
Yeah.
we'd have been like, what?
Like,
You will. When you hear it, and the harder the car is driven, sometimes, in our experience, the harder the car has been driven, you may hear it when you roll off the track or when you roll up to a stop sign after getting after it a little bit. So that is basically it begins here at idle, and you hear it in the back.
You hear it in the back.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
It's probably not too much insulation throughout the car, so you probably hear more road noise, more noise.
And the performance cars have a lighter weight carpet. So the base cars have a thicker, more insulated carpet. These cars, we lost about 6 pounds in the carpeting, and we lost about 6 pounds in the half shafts.
Okay.
To try to make up for that performance package.
Right.
So
okay. Understood.
when I end up closing these, I actually kind of go like that. I don't ever drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just kind of both here and then these should close. They already closed. Yeah.
I'm serious. That hood. I flicked it up. I was like whoa. It's light.
Is that just part of the carbon fiber? It looks like there's a little bit of rub right there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right there. You kind of got to get in the right line.
I think it's.
Yeah, it stays there. You see
Yeah.
that?
Let me.
That's weird.
Let me get some juice. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah. Sure enough. It's like a scratch almost across that.
One of the things to think about too is and as we get to the back, you can't see it, but this is where a lot of the structural differences are between a 650 normal 650 chassis and what we have for this, because we basically have cut out the entire
Rear end.
window tray is gone.
Yeah.
There, if you look at the car from underneath, up on a lift, you can see the whole trunk is gone, and it's been replaced by structure and we had to with this one of the super cool design features of this car is the fenders are massive.
Yeah.
And they are obviously carbon. You can see the line here where the original 650 roof structure meets the carbon.
So is this aluminum here?
Yeah, this is fixed. This is regular body.
So the doors.
And the doors are as well. Yep. The roof is actually real. So when the chassis come to Multimatic, the roof is missing. We don't have any front fenders. Just the structure that you saw in black. There's no roof. There is this structure. We have the doors, and we have regular fenders, 650 fenders.
So
They actually had to
Just cut them off.
Cut them off.
Cut them off.
Yeah, and then they cut a bunch of structure out on the inside here, and then they reinforce.
Just take a sawzall to it, or what? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, it's all like, imagine it's robotic plasma machines, and
I'm sure.
it's pretty trick.
Yeah.
This wing is this wing actually originated in the very beginning when they were drawing up the race car in design, the race car and the street car, and they were kind of mulling things over. They were like, Jim Farley and the team took one look at this, and they were like, this is what we want. So they actually ended up keeping this. These are called pylons. These are the wing pylons, and they actually decided to keep these even on the race car.
Right.
And they had to do a lot of structural, not a lot, but they had to do considerable reinforcements in this area for
Downforce.
this wing. And this thing is,
Oh yeah.
it's legit. I mean, you could stand on these things.
Really?
Yeah, they are super strong. And you got to have, structure under here to support that.
Right.
This guy, and then here's with the car off, you can kind of see the DRS in action.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Since the car is off and we're not pressurizing the hydraulic system, that's basically the movement of the wing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is where that and the front. So the front, these move at the same time, I'm assuming.
They
Yes?
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they linked or just by CAN bus messages that they run together,
They,
basically?
yeah, just electronic.
Yeah. Okay.
They're working in unison.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing from a design perspective, I did want to point out too. Now that we're sitting in the back of the car, that roof, obviously is carbon, and they actually, if you look at a regular 650 roof, that swale is a little bit further apart.
Okay.
So since they put their own roof on the car, they incorporated a little bit narrower swale to kind of match this here. And then if we would have the hood open, you would see that it kind of lines up with the gap between the hood vents.
Right.
So it all kind of flows
Gotcha.
a little bit better. So little
details. Yeah, details.
Yeah.
You can tell on this car every corner was touched. Nothing was left like just I'll just leave it. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah, it's because it's it's those little things that and this tech deck is super functional. Big massive openings to cool the transaxle. Right. So we've got big cooler in here. That is the main purpose back here, is that radiator and the cool. We also have, like I said, the hydraulic system is on the driver's side, and on the passenger side is the battery. But so this is something that you guys will need to do once in a while, depending on how hard the car gets driven, and before you go to the track. This tech deck should come off, and we should take and make sure that we have the radiators clean.
Okay.
So it's totally okay if water gets in here. Obviously, because of the airflow, it will.
Yeah.
There's a drain at the bottom of this tech deck area.
Okay. That
will drain and on the passenger side. But
understood.
Yeah, this has to come off. So let me show you. So the first thing you guys are going to need to do when these come off is decide where we're going to put it.
Right. On some.
And or where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it?
Now?
Where are we going to and where are we going to put it on? And I'm going to grab my little.
Okay, you're welcome.
The GT, you're so close.
Yeah.
So the trunk, basically the trunk latch release is very similar to what we're used to. So you can either hit it from down here,
okay,
or inside the cockpit to the left of the headlight bezel, or on the key fob.
On the key fob.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
right on.
Same functionality.
Okay, gotcha.
Those are your three options.
But you can't open it like.
No. No. That's the easiest part.
That's what he says. No. Absolutely.
It's a two-person operation.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So so basically, we've got these tech deck release pins that we'll just push down, and that's all you need to really do. And then we've already released it back here. Mm-hmm. Now the key to this, a couple things, and this is going to be one of the reasons why it's going to be so critical to get the cars PPF'd. So when we remove this, it's going to be a two-person operation always. We're going to grab the front where the pin is, and we're going to grab the back. And once we do have it, and I would recommend no rings or watches or maybe the bracelet, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna, at least in the beginning, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna get under the tech deck, and then as we slide this thing, we're gonna lift it up a little bit, and as we slide it off, I always recommend kind of walking it back and resting the back of your hand on the car so that we don't make contact with the top of the tech deck on the bottom of the wing. Right?
Understood.
And then as we're going to come back, you're going to take your left hand and you're just going to slowly kind of almost like lift the back of the deck up. So again, just so that we
get that tip out.
So we don't touch these guys.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
So first thing is let's get it off the pins. This one, and then slide under it. Ready?
Yep.
And then we'll just lift the back a little bit. There you go. Beautiful, just like that.
Perfect.
And then we're gonna walk it back to the
This thing looks expensive.
It is. We'll put it.
Okay.
Why don't you go first? Go into the. There you go. And then we can set it down just like that. And that's why I always travel with this
Oh yeah,
a little packing blanket.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I bet that's expensive. How much is that? If you were to ruin that,
It's expensive. Just the panel itself is expensive.
Yeah.
And then you have to paint it.
and then you have to paint it.
Yeah. So yeah, no trunk.
No trunk. Yeah, no trunk.
All business back here.
That's good though.
And
That's what
then
you expect out of a car like this.
yeah, so in here is where, again, once in a while, depending on how often the car gets driven, especially before it goes down to the motorsports park, let's get a shot back and suck out any leaves or anything that's kind of been caught.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because this is the cooler for the transaxle, right? This is a reservoir for our hydraulic system. That operates the car up and down, the front lift, the rear wing, the front flaps on this side, and then on the battery is on that side. So
Does that have a filler gauge on it or something?
there's a min and a max on that tank.
Should I watch that? I was like, does it leak?
Well, I would keep an eye on it. It should be right where it is normal. So you could keep an eye on it. There's plenty at that seam. Yep. And anything you see under the car that's red, if you ever see red fluid, it's hydraulic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we need to. What kind of? Is there a specific?
There is. This is a slightly, and I'll send you guys the specs on this. This is a slightly different fluid than what we have on GT. It's a little bit of an evolution of the whole system's a slight evolution of what we went through on GT.
Okay.
But I'll send you guys with the oil.
Well, GT's an old car now. It is.
Yeah.
It's an old car now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though it's still sweet, it's still an old car.
Well, think about it. So stickier tires, evolution on the brake, on the carbon ceramic matrix. We have the shock package is the actual dampers are more reactive, quicker, adaptive than what we had on, GTs were more passive. These are like 15 hundredths of a second sort of sampling and changing. And yeah, these are, and the team was super happy with, again, the getting in the corner. The getting into the corner efficiently is about aero, it's about balance, and it's about suspension, the huge wire, and the tire contact package. And then getting off the corner is about, we basically have, with this rear setup, and you can kind of see it, you can kind of see some of the architecture visually through these openings. They basically cut the whole back of the car off, and they've inserted all the suspension, the transaxle. And it's a push rod. It's like a race car push rod style suspension geometry. For every 1 inch of travel needed, there's 1 inch of suspension travel, 1 to 1. Yeah, it's super cool. You don't see that, and that's big part of the magic, getting the power down. On this side,
That's insane.
if you ever do need to get
set up back there.
Not that you would ever use it, but it's Velcroed in here. It's a rear tire inflator or tire inflator kit.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Don't use it.
No,
Don't use it. He says.
no.
You
No,
can,
'cause
but
you can if you need it. You can. And then the battery itself. Now we talked about the easiest way to wake up the battery is the battery wake up button on the key fob.
Uh-huh.
Or we get in the trunk, in the front to jump the jump post. The third way to wake up the battery is there is to the right of this aluminum bracket, there is a round button. And if you press and held that button down for a second or two, that will also wake up the battery. It's the same. It does the same function as the key fob, but it's
directly connected.
yeah, just to the right of that bracket. There, if you feel it right there.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yep. So
Just like to know where things are at.
yeah,
So was there a lever inside there to
No,
do that?
it's right here
standard
on the Mustang.
standard 650. From a convenience perspective, you obviously have the big camera and you have backup sensors, which are, we have backup sensors. We have the backup camera. You have lane keeping.
No way. You do? That's hilarious.
And you have pre-collision assist, and that's it.
Do we have speed control?
You have cruise control. Yeah.
You do have cruise control?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Heads up display?
No.
Oh.
No cross traffic alert. No blind spot warnings. Yeah. It's with the windshield and all that, they were able to. They just carried over some of the safety features, the pre-collision, and the lane centering or the lane keep. So yeah, that's essentially it back here. The only reason you guys ever need to get in here again would be to do some periodic maintenance on the on cleaning that out. Other than that, yeah, yep,
understood.
So we ready to go back on?
How much
Yeah.
fuel did it?
It's about 4 to 5 gallons. Yeah, it's the usual. I don't know if you remember on your GT. That's about what it comes with. Yeah,
That was only like a 7-gallon tank. What is the gallon? How many gallons does that hold?
I think we're at 15.
15?
Yeah. Yeah, and same thing. We're gonna go to about right here, and then when we go in, kind of rest it on the back of the car and then guide it in with your hand. Yeah. Rest it on the pins on the back. Yeah, and then just press down on the pins. Yeah, and then do the honors and just a little touch on the back.
I think it's already latched.
Yeah. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. We'll double check it. You can, release it. And then you can always,
There you go.
Yep.
Right on. Okay. Super clean. All right, teach me how to drive it.
This thing is so fun. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I've had it on the street, and they were just a ton of fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, let's get inside and
Let's do it.
you jump in the driver's
okay.
seat, yeah.
20 miles.
Yeah. So what we do is the cars. We have the cars got break-in right out of the gate. 250 mile break-in.
So don't take it to the track for 250 miles?
Yeah. Basically, you're going to get the car PPF'd and then go enjoy it on the street for at least 250 miles. Well, we have a calibration.
You got to hear that too.
We have a
break-in period, 250 miles.
This is different than what we've done in the past. So it's 250 miles. We have a calibration already in the car that we limit RPM, we limit the amount of torque and the amount of power that we deliver.
So we don't have to drive it in a specific way. It's just all in the tip.
Yeah, drive it how you want to. I mean, I'm a firm believer, right out of the gate. Drive the car how you exercise it.
Right.
Don't be too gingerly on the car. We want to, but it will automatically kind of limit RPM, limit power delivery. As soon as those 250 miles are up, then you're done. Then we free up. We give you the full. The rev limiter is set at 6750. Max power, the 800. If the max power is at 7400 RPM, just to give you a feel. And then the 665 or 664 foot-pounds of torque are a little bit lower in somewhere in the 5 range. So, you've got that's break-in. No need to change the oil after the 250, obviously. Depending on how many miles you're going to put on it, I think for the first track session you're going to probably be fine. But anytime after that, I would put fresh oil in it before you go to the track. Right. Is usually the recommendation.
Yeah.
So these guys have a 5,000 mile increment on oil changes, which is these cars won't ever really see that. But
They will not see that.
Once a year, once every other year, sort of thing.
Just change it if we go to the track,
I think when
basically.
we got that trailer, I got the specs from Lindsay for the length and width of this to make sure.
Lengthwise, we did. If we didn't get the width, I don't think.
We did. I did. So what'd you say the width of it is now?
It's about 84, 83.
What does the wheel wells have to be to fit it?
I've got a tape. I've got a throw a tape. We can throw a tape on.
Yeah, let's throw a tape on
What
it. 'Cause
do you guys? What trailer do you have now?
Well, we were having one built, and it's actually a kind of a multi-purpose trailer, but it's used for snowmobiling too. But we're putting doors in it,
Okay.
and it's really long, so you can haul
It's a
two
Logan
cars.
coach?
It's a Logan coach,
Okay.
fifth wheel,
Mhm.
and so and it's going to be lowered, and
the crossbar's taken out, so it's lower. It's got a beaver tail on it, and it's got loading ramps connected to the door.
ramps too. So
Okay.
that, but
So
it looks like
this gets up high enough,
Plenty,
so it's
yeah.
plenty high.
So,
It's actually, I think in high mode, it's higher than the GT was by a long ways.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't. If I remember right, in between the fenders was 82 on that trailer.
what do you check?
That might be tight. That might be too tight. I've got a tape we can throw on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can keep going through that.
So yeah, the motor. Yeah, the first thing is your engine break-in because it's a little bit different than GT. Then the second thing I would, going back to the transmission, the logic, the functionality logic is very similar to, again, what we've done in the past. You can go into D and drive it like automatic all day long. It's not gonna, no drama. You can engage the paddles if you want in D and not fully commit to the paddles. You can, on the street, after a few seconds, it'll revert back to automatic. Right. Or you can press M on the center, and now you control the paddles. You control the transmission with the paddles.
Mm-hmm.
It will not upshift for you.
You have to.
So yeah, if you commit, you commit.
Right.
You better be ready.
Yeah, we're not messing around. So
it does have a red line, and red line is what did you say?
6750.
the rev limiter is 7650 is the rev limiter.
Oh, the 7650.
That's in break-in.
No.
What that rev limiter you were talking about?
Oh, the 6750 is break-in.
No, I'm sorry. So once the car, I don't know what the rev limiter is on break-in. You're not gonna. I don't know what it is, honestly.
So what's what's red line on the car in normal mode?
Red line. Well, we can actually, let's go to accessory mode. Just foot off the brake, and then power on. We can look at it, and then you can just okay out of all that. So this is your modes. Your from a
so red line's 7700 basically.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that. Let's see. We'll go to sport. So sport mode. It's a little bit. It's got the more traditional track dash layout. Yeah, they've got it. They've got it at the 7650. That is rev limit. Yeah, it's rev limit. So once you get there, it's pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say max horsepower is 74.
74, just below it. Yeah. I mean, once you
When you're in automatic mode, when you're in track mode, what does it shift at about 7500 then?
It will. Yeah. If you're so interesting, that's super interesting. So that'll take track mode with the transmission. If you can just leave it go, leave it be, not mess around with it, and that's probably not a bad thing to do when you're getting to know the car and you're getting to know the track. The first couple sessions, just leave it. Don't mess with the paddles, and it'll just it'll shift on its own. It'll downshift on its own. It'll bun. It'll give you the proper blips, everything you need. If you engage the paddles in track mode, if you engage the paddles and you have not committed to the M, you're still, and you engage the paddles on a downshifter, then the system in track mode is going to say, oh, you're committing.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's like pushing the button.
It's like pushing the button. Yeah. So if you forget to, especially if it's downshifting, if you forget to downshift and you're going into a corner, you're not going to hear the
bum bum bum.
Yeah. You basically have to you either press the M to commit, or you press and hold the right paddle, and that'll reset you in automatic mode.
Oh, okay.
They call it live and drive.
Live and drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
You either, so what I would do, you either leave it in automatic or you commit with the M.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Commit with the M and play with the paddles. Right. So, but that's essentially the transmission. 8-speed. It's got plenty of capability, and it's quite good. So, and yeah, these paddles are. Did you opt for this as well? The tie?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. That's good.
It's yeah.
I had to opt.
It's an investment, but it's
yeah.
It'll be worth it.
It'll be worth the investment for sure.
So now,
yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the drive modes, and then we'll go to the front lift and so because you have essentially 6 drive modes, and you have 5 of them are pre-prescribed. So sport, normal,
sport,
track, drag, slippery,
and then custom. Okay.
Custom is the way I kind of think of these modes, and custom is, the pre-prescribed 5 other modes are really, really good. The more time you spend with a car, you will eventually probably go to design your own mode, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But let's go over the pre-prescribed modes. On the street, these are going to be your 3: normal, sport, and slippery. Those are going to be your three modes. I find that actually slippery mode, let's start with the most boring.
Yeah.
Slippery mode, for me, is actually a very comfortable mode because it really it tones down the throttle response. And this car, again, when you get in it, it's just like it wants to go.
It wants to go. Yeah. It's like a racehorse wanting to race.
Yeah. So and when we load, especially with trailers, when you drive these cars up, yeah, definitely that's the way to go. That's the only, or if you show up to, you get caught in the rain somewhere, slippery mode is, and I found myself, I had the car for a day. One of the times I had the car was in Michigan for a day in the rain. So I found myself, just kind of tooling around slippery mode. It's nice and comfortable. Normal would be the next step up. Normal, the throttle response crispens up from slippery. And then sport is going to be probably the most popular of the street modes. And this is where we stiffen up the suspension settings. Same ride height, obviously, because we're not going to go into track mode.
Open up the exhaust a little bit.
Opens up the exhaust. We crispen up the throttle response. The transmission logic gets track-like aggressive, where we hold the
shifts harder.
Yep. Downshifts are a little bit more aggressive.
More clutch pressure, I'm sure.
Yeah, the car. Yeah, it's funny when I pulled the car up, I was in normal. Even I think it wasn't a sport. I was even normal, so I dialed it down to sport because that's the car just wants to clutches want to.
Yeah.
So in
what mode?
In sport, you really feel the car just
kind of leaping.
And then from an aero perspective, you're going to always on the street in these modes. You're always going to see the rear wing. The DRS is going to open at about 35 miles an hour. And then once you drop below 25 miles an hour, it's going to close back off.
Gotcha.
When you get on the track setting, the DRS is going to respond. It's going to depend on what you're doing. Like I said, it's going to do it automatically. It's going to depend on what you're doing with the throttle, where the car feels it is, in a corner, under the brakes, from a yaw angle.
So we don't get to manually use DRS at all in this car.
You can manually on the center, and I'll show you. You can manually keep it max downforce in max downforce mode if you wanted to. So if you get caught, if you have a session in the rain, and you wanted max downforce, you can go in and select max, kind of full downforce mode. outside of that, when it's enabled, it's
you
gonna
don't wanna do
it's
that.
gonna do what it needs to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to mess with it.
Right.
So, but on the street, you're just gonna see it open and close as it deems it appropriate.
Mhm.
You don't have to mess with it at all. Now, inside each of these modes, like I was mentioning outside, which we didn't do on GT, and this is kind of an evolution, which is so in the different drive modes, in all of them, you've got suspension, exhaust, and steering wheel that you can fine tune if you wish those settings.
Will this drop if I? Oh, it won't.
Not while the car is not running.
Not running. Okay.
Yeah. So when we fire up the car here in a second, that's when you're going to be able to go into track mode.
Okay.
Before we do that though, drag mode designed to maximize weight transfer, or it optimizes the suspension for weight transfer.
Yep.
You know, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And then track mode, you know, we basically the throttle transmission logic from sport to track is really, really very close. What changes obviously is the massive spring rate increase, you know, that you're gonna 3 times the stiffness,
Wow.
you know, from sport to track. So that's a massive change.
That's a huge change.
Yeah, huge.
That's a huge change.
Yeah. So all the
Nobody roll it all.
yeah. But if you basically sport is the track mode for the street.
Right. You don't want to go into track mode on the street. It's too low.
Oh goodness, no.
No.
You'd be wrecking stuff.
Yeah,
No.
be wrecking stuff is right.
I was a passenger in Europe a couple of years ago on track mode on the Autobahn.
Oh,
It was not fun.
it was not fun.
It was about
It
100.
would just jar your teeth out, wouldn't
It was an 185 mile an hour test drive. Yeah. I mean, but the roads are the Autobahn is
They're nice. I've been on the Autobahn
yeah,
before. It's
it's super nice. Yeah, but
and it's nice that people actually respect the left lane. I mean, you just flash your lights and people are like,
yeah. But I think around here, I mean, if you know of the recommendation is not to be in track mode on the street.
Yeah, no.
So
We got way too much gravel around here.
yeah. So let's why don't we fire up and we'll run through the what we can while the car is operational.
Okay.
So, since the car's running, why don't we go ahead and select track mode?
I already did.
Oh, it's on. Are we on?
I did. All the
Oh,
in the actual mode.
yeah. So
Sorry.
go to the actual track mode, and before the car lowers, you're gonna get that message that it's gonna say, "Hey, are you sure you want to do this?" Because the car's gonna come down 2 inches.
that's insane.
That felt cool actually. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, and if you look in the back of the window, you look at the waterfall. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull you guys out of track mode real quick and just watch the rear there. Let's go to drag strip or slippery mode. Watch the rear.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna go back to track real quick, and then you can see it compress your street spring.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is so freaking cool. So does that bring the camber out too?
The camber is actually
Is it not set by that?
that's a great question. Lowering the car, increase negative camber.
Right.
I think if it does, it's very minimal.
Very minimal.
Yeah. If you guys do ever go to the track, that's a great question. The geometry on the car is really, really close. If they say 4 track views, we would bump up your pressure a little bit. So I'm gonna streak your 32. For the track, it's 34 high.
34.
Oh yeah.
They are.